and welcome back to Get Fit in 30. I'm your host, Mike Rivera. Shout goes out to APL, the best shoe and athlete leisure on the market. So guys, today we have a Fresno native for you. Guys, we're talking mindset today actually. Also, we're gonna be talking rehab, soccer, different options for health and fitness by way of prison. Yeah, I said prison. Our guest today went to Clovis West, made some choices to give up different scholarships, one of them Cal University, to be able to play soccer and maybe one day go to the MLS. But he decided to go for drugs. Yes, guys, he went for drugs. From there, went to prison. Actually, after that, he made it through rehab, and we're gonna talk about his story from health and fitness and how that was related to everything he's gotten today. Ben Milam, welcome to the show, sir. I love it. Oh, yeah, I can't even do that, guys. I will probably fall on my butt. How's it going, brother?
Good.
Good to see you, man. So,
You too.
today, like I said, we're talking rehab, we're talking health and fitness, we're talking how did you get to the point where you are today, and what type of choices you had to make to get there?
Wow, that's a very loaded question. So, you know, I've like you said, Clovis West, born and raised here in Fresno, and soccer was my life, was my passion from a very young kid. And shortened story, basically, I played up until 20-ish, but getting multiple scholarship looks in high school, Cal Berkeley, UC Irvine.
I like all that. I'm going to stop you short because we're going to go into that deeper in the podcast, but I want to say this. So how does health and fitness in your daily life relate and be able for you to flourish?
So health and fitness is super important for me. It helps me stay sober. So basically, it's the holistic side and using fitness to rewire the brain in a natural way helps me stay sober and be who I am today.
Sober in what way? So what were you addicted to?
So junior year of high school, I got injured and was prescribed Vicodin, and Vicodin kind of led to other things, and Oxycontin was my drug of choice. And that took away my scholarships ultimately, but...
Hold that thought, hold that thought. I don't want him giving up all the details just yet. We're gonna sit down and talk more of that. So, back to the fitness aspect of it, sir. What is your favorite thing to do in the gym? He just loves dribbling that ball.
Legs.
Legs?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Day. Soccer player.
Soccer player.
Always love legs.
So he loves leg day. So guys, we're gonna do something that you can do at home, at the gym, at the park. Body weight exercises with the soccer ball. Okay, so first, he is going to start with just toe touches. He's gonna be rounding his way around. Place 30 to 45 seconds on the clock, 3 to 4 rounds. Yes, and I love it, sir. So guys, all he is doing is toe tapping. Slow it down for the viewers at home. There we go. Again, you can do this on a curb. You can do it on the sidewalk. You can do it at home with your friends on a bottle of water. He has about 30 more seconds to go. He does it so smoothly, guys.
I better.
I love it, right? In 4, 3, 2, go ahead and grab that ball. Place it in your hands, man. We're going to give him squat positions. We're jumping up and down, explosive movements as high as possible. Now, guys, we're hitting the hamstrings, the glutes, the quads all at one time. Something, of course, that soccer players need. Track, football, anything that you're going to be using with your feet. He has about 30 more seconds to go. That's back-to-back exercises that you can do at home, at the gym, at the park, any given time, or even with your kids. Go ahead and relax. Now, quick question. Do you like to work out solo, or do you like to work out with people?
Solo.
Solo. That was a quick answer. I'm the same way, brother.
Solo.
So what is that? Why is that?
Because honestly, like, sometimes I will, like, if I'm with a friend, but ultimately, people kind of slow me down, if I'm going to keep it real. And I like to get kind of in my zone working out without distraction.
Likes to stay focused.
Yeah.
That was like him today. So he came into the gym today, I was focused, 6 a.m. in the morning. And I see him looking at me, but I can't look at him because I'm just in my zone. but it's true.
For sure.
It's true because it's such a mental thing. People don't really understand. Gym isn't just for building muscle. It's for building the mindset too.
Yep.
Right? It's a way to escape the reality sometimes in a positive manner. Right?
A lot of things. Coping mechanism, rewires your brain.
Correct. So, say for instance this. Do you like teaching your kids fitness, or would you rather have somebody else do it?
Me. For
Me.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I feel like I have the knowledge and experience, and they're going to learn from the best.
Correct.
Sorry.
No. I can think. Hey, it's all good, brother.
My bad.
So we're gonna go into one more thing: explosive movement. Okay. He's gonna give me lunge hops, left leg is in front, right to left. Now, as he does this, He's going to count. Oh, it's going to be 30 to 45 seconds on the clock. Now, I'm going to have the ball. When he's done with that, all of a sudden I'm going to throw him the ball. He's going to start dribbling. Guys, this is something that you can do at home, at the gym, at the park. That's going to be explosive, plyometric, and or functional movement and functional flexibility with stabilization. All right, Ben, 30 seconds is on the clock, sir. Something, again, that's nice and easy. That's a body weight exercise that anybody can do at home, at the gym, at the park, with your kids, with your friends. Again, 30 to 45 seconds is on the clock. We always like to do 3 or 4 rounds. He has about 15 seconds to go. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Let's go.
2. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Oh, hey, whoa. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe. It's okay, sir. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to deep dive in what got him in the position either today and or drugs, prison, bye. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Have you ever wanted to be featured here on Get Fit in 30 like Pack for Performance or APL? Well, here's your chance. DM me at Strive for Greatness 23 on Instagram or email me strive number 4 greatness 444 at gmail.com, and you and or your brand can be featured here on Get Fit 30. See you soon. And guys, now we're in the podcast room. We're deep diving Ben. So I'm gonna give you a quick little gist of Ben. He played soccer at Clovis West High School. From there, he had many scholarship offers to D1 schools like Cal and many others. He got hooked on to, I would say, a drug that is known as a what? A downer?
Opiate.
An opiate, correct? That was in high school, correct?
That was in high school.
Yes. From there, it kind of went downhill, kind of started spiraling. Was in prison for, I believe, 5, 7 years?
6 years.
6 years. So I was right in the middle. I was in prison for 5 to 6 years. And then he got out, and he started turning his life around. So that's where we're going to begin. So Clovis West High, you're one of the best soccer players here in the Central Valley. Life is all in front of you. You could have done anything with your life. But one decision when you got injured led to a short demise. But then it led to a revelation and an extreme changeover with the mindset. So with that being said, I'm injured. I'm about to go to college. Go ahead.
So yeah, it was junior year of high school, Valley Championship game, got knocked out, tore my meniscus, had to get surgery, surgeon prescribed Vicodin, which is typical opiate prescribed. And nothing really happened on the onset, took it as prescribed. One day I took a little bit too many and was kind of itching, and I looked at my brother and I said, what's going on? And he said, you're high, bro. And from then on out, I was experimenting a little bit with other drugs too. So it wasn't just that. I was doing ecstasy a little bit. It was big.
Okay. So more pills than like anything
pills
extreme.
at the time, yeah. And kind of the fun phase, right? Still having fun. Coming down off ecstasy one night, my brother comes and shows me this line, and I said, what is it? And he goes, it's Oxycontin. And so I tried it, was coming down off the drug.
Now for viewers that have no clue what Oxy does it relaxes the body, correct?
So think of it as like the pill form of heroin. There's been a lot of documentaries out on Oxycontin, Purdue Pharmaceuticals, and just how good of a drug it was and bad.
Oh, so they took it off the market?
Took it off the market, not 100%, but the way, so before you could take the coating off and crush it up and snort it or inject it. They changed that in 2009 because of a bunch of lawsuits. But this was a very popular drug at the time. And basically, I'll tell you that when I tried it for the first time, it's kind of like my love for soccer switched. It switched from soccer to loving.
Interesting. So it became from a good habit to a bad one.
Correct. And so I continued and was still playing, was still using while playing, and still continued to get like scholarship offers senior year from Cal Berkeley, which to me, I'm still able to play and use this drug. So I'm like, cool.
It was like produced kind of like a former athlete here in Fresno, Chris Aaron, that played at Fresno State. He's also a motivational speaker. And then he was doing meth, I believe, when he was playing for the Boston Celtics.
It was Oxy.
It was Oxy? He was waiting for his dealer, I remember, outside of one of the games. Now, mind you, he's playing in the NBA.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
High intense on drugs. Yeah, they had an ESPN special on him. And so, meaning that addiction like that can be extreme. Now, prison, how was that mindset to turn that around? Because that's interesting, because a lot of us, I had LeVar on here, Johnson, that got shot 3 times chest, had to serve time in jail, all that good stuff. But his mindset switched when he got to prison. Like he said, okay, I got to do better than this for my family.
Yeah.
What was your switch?
So like a little bit before that, like I'll say that like the buildup, obviously drug addiction is progressive. So it started with the Oxycontin and it led to other drugs, and my scholarships fell through. And then, so basically my one passion in life disappeared. When that happened, I just continued down that road, was hanging with people I shouldn't hang with, and ended up doing something real stupid behind drugs, and got the 6 years in prison. And I'll tell you what, if anybody knew me, they would think there's no way this kid is going to end up in prison. Even one of my teachers in 8th grade was like, this would be the last kid, I would think. Anyway, fast forward, yes, I got arrested 2009. I was looking at a lot of time, and fought my case for a year in county. And I remember getting on the bus to Wasco and kind of looking around at the people around me and thinking, this is different. Right, so kind of more big league status in terms of inmates that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And so on the prison bus, taking it down to Wasco, I remember getting there and looking and entering the building in the D yard, and you had your Bulldogs and Blacks up top and Whites and Southerners down on the bottom. And within the first day, there was a guy who was being pulled out of a cell. CSI team coming in, had gotten stabbed multiple times, and this was my first day basically. So
we're gonna hold that down. So that's intense.
Yeah.
So that was your first 5 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna again deep dive that. His rehabilitation from that and where he's at today. See you soon. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Have you ever wanted to be featured here on Get Fit in 30 like Pack for Performance or APL? Well, here's your chance. DM me at Strive for Greatness 23 on Instagram, or email me strive 4 greatness 444 at gmail.com, and you and or your brand can be featured here on Get Fit 30. See you soon. And we're back, guys. So now Ben was just talking to us about prison and that whole shell shock of experience, going from a reality base on the outside to now inside. So now you're in prison 4 to 5 years, Ben.
6.
No, well, yes, 6. That's what he said.
He's like,
Thank you, sir. No, but now we're in 4 to 5 years, and you're thinking you got one more year to go. Where is your mindset at? When I get out, what am I going to do? What's next? What is the next chapter in my life?
So I was thinking towards the end, I was thinking more like, what am I going to do with my life? I'm not trying to be a career criminal. Like, this is not something I want to do forever. One of my buddies, Marcus Gonzalez, came and visited me, and he told me, well, why don't you be a trainer?
Yeah.
The GM over at Fort Washington Fitness, Paul Tatarian, is another buddy of mine. And long story short, he got me the job right out of prison. And got certified as a personal trainer, got TRX certified, and been there 11 years now.
Yeah, guys.
Wow.
He's almost been there as long as me. I've been there for 20. But, hey, that's a great recovery story. Now, from there, he has established a place called New Life. New Life Recovery, him and Matt, correct?
Matt,
And they've established something great here. He's helping others that have been in the same situation, same shoes as him, recover and start their new chapters. Now, how is that New Life Recovery going? What do you guys offer there? What do you guys offer there?
So New Life Recovery is a spot that took a while. Matt, like you said, Matt Nicewander is my partner, co-founder for the place. And he came up to me. He does flips, real estate, and he came across this property, 3 buildings on about 30,000 square feet. And he looked at me and he said, do you think we could turn this into a rehab?
And that's in Fresno, California,
Fresno,
correct?
it's on Broadway between Tower and downtown.
Okay, so downtown. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And I said yes.
You said
that would
yes.
be it. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
And from then, so it did take a while to get off the ground. You have to, get licenses, certifications to open it
Right.
up. But cool story. It used to be something called New Life for Girls.
Okay.
And so it was a nonprofit. And so
Oh, cool.
there was something called a CUP, or a conditional use permit, that allowed us 16 residential beds, and that ran with the property. So we were able to open a SUD facility, substance use disorder,
All
with
right.
all levels of care on one campus.
And so
Wow.
with that, so a lot of you guys don't understand, and we're going to put it in layman's terms. With that, you guys offer,
16 beds,
Okay.
detox residential, and
Okay.
outpatient on one site.
and do you do what kind of events or daily grinds do you have for the people, for the patients that join?
So say somebody gives us a call and they're struggling with drugs and alcohol. Usually they'll come in for a detox day first, and it's a medical detox. So we have an overseeing doctor who prescribes medications to help with the withdrawal process.
Okay.
After they complete the detox portion, they move to residential,
Okay.
which is where they start programming. They go to groups, they do therapy, they do fitness with me,
Love that.
holistic side. We have cold plunges on site, sauna on site. Again, that holistic piece.
Yeah.
We take them on nature walks, just kind
Excellent.
of everything to, again, rewire the brain in natural ways.
So it's a one-stop shop. That's why I always say fitness is mind, body, and soul. What we do here on Get Fit Today, we talk about fitness in all aspects of life, and this is one of them. Ben has transitioned from the high school, from the jail cell, and now for New Life Recovery here in Fresno, California. So from there, Ben, let's take a side note. Your family, you've gotten married, you have kids. How has that, I guess you would say, new chapter or new life been for you?
Yeah, so family is big for me. I would say my kids are my reason, and were my reason for initially getting sober. So my son, Beckham's my son. He's about 7. I have a daughter named Stussy who's 3.
Okay.
And I just had a girl, Blakely, who is 4 months.
Oh my God.
And honestly, the family dynamic for me is so important because they're kind of like my backbone and support. My wife Haley is there. Obviously, being with an addict isn't the easiest thing sometimes because our
Right.
brains gets haywired, and it's a good thing she's a normie, we call it, so she doesn't struggle.
Hey, now, haywire in what way? What is that?
Just in the
does that
sense, like,
refer to?
so I'm overthinker.
Yeah.
I think about things in my head too much.
Okay,
I
so
spin them
start
different ways.
overanalyzing.
Just
Correct.
thinking a different way.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like she keeps me grounded, like beyond going to meetings, having a sponsor, like that kind of stuff.
Good.
Getting a workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having the family is something that defines me, I guess. Because I can be that present person in my kid's life, and that's essentially the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
True. Now your mother, she was she at this station or was she
No,
at
she
Fox?
was at 30.
She was okay. She was at Channel 30. So she was also in the news business. And your mother is
Yeah, Liz Harrison is my mom.
there. You go,
Yep.
Liz Harrison.
She was an anchor for 30 years.
There we go. Shout out to Liz. Now, did she help you with your family knit, the way you are with family? Did your father and mother have a lot to do with that?
I would say the biggest contributor to that was just I've seen absentee fathers. Mine's not one. But
Right.
I have seen absentee fathers and kids watching their parents high and on drugs. And I made a promise to myself that I never wanted my kids to see that. And that's ultimately the reason why I keep family in such high esteem. My parents are great, love them, both my parents. But from that question, I would say I don't want my kids to see me high ever, and so that's why.
So that is a huge driving factor why you do not relapse.
Correct.
Right. And go backwards, and we're always moving forward. Correct. All right. So we're going to do one more commercial break, guys. We're going to come right back, and we may have a challenge for Ben and get a little bit deeper for him. See you soon. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Have you ever wanted to be featured here on Get Fit in 30 like Pack for Performance or APL? Well, here's your chance. DM me at Strive for Greatness 23 on Instagram or email me strive4greatness 444@gmail.com, and you and or your brand can be featured here on Get Fit 30. See you soon. And now we're back, guys. So I have a quick question for Ellie. Ellie.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting that.
Now, we're talking sports. We're talking addiction, mind, body, and soul, good and bad. As an outsider looking in, have you ever been affected with any types of addiction in your family life and in your friends? And if so, did it have a lot? Did it wear you down mentally while you watched family members or friends going through that situation?
I wouldn't say that they would like suffer from addiction, but I've had family members suffer from like cancer because of alcohol, like liver cancer or like lung cancer because of either drugs or alcohol. Right. So it's affected me in that way just because it showed me like even they weren't addicted to it, but like they still engaged with it. It can still affect you like that long term, you know, even if you did it so much like in your 20s, but now it's affecting them in their like 50s, and that's how long their life was. And so that opened like a new perspective for me, but I was also young too, so I didn't fully comprehend it. But going into high school and doing sports in high school, especially not too long ago, it was very like they were pushing it on us to like, you know, be good. We had to sign all these things that we're not going to engage with it. And then when I was in high school, fentanyl was a big thing. Yeah. So they still would, still it's huge. This is when it was like coming out, and like we had not my classmates, but people who graduated my year pass because they were using fentanyl. And so that really opened my eyes and kind of scared me, obviously away from it. But just goes to show like, you know, these things you don't mess around with. So
right, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. I totally understand that. Now, with that being said too, so my mother was an alcoholic when I was growing up. She went through that whole state. My sister became an alcoholic when I was growing up. She went through that whole state. Mind you, I had a lot of counseling. Counselors are good in any aspect for the kids that are going through that trauma, watching their parents, siblings, whatever. Now, my father took us out of that situation when we were younger, but it does pass down sometimes, generational, as far as what you see. If you don't get that handled at a quickness with the type of counselors or psychologists that will help you through those situations, because that trauma is hard to take when, like he was saying, when you see your parents stumbling, when you see your parents can't get to bed, when you see your parents arguing, when you see your parents that you look up to in a bad position or a bad light. So, on a good note, Ben got through his situation. He made it through in a way that was positive, that was a reflection on his family, that was a reflection now on his spouse, and that is going to be a great reflection on New Life Recovery here in Fresno, California. I'm going to give Ben about 5 different questions. They're going to come off quick and easy. Now, Ben,
what do we got?
we're going to give you a quick 5 questions, okay?
Sure.
Yes or no? He played soccer in high school. Were you any good?
Yes.
Okay. Did you start since you were a freshman on varsity?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was a freshman on varsity.
Okay, so he was a four-year starter at Clovis West, which is pretty good back in his day. You know, he is kind of old.
There was a couple.
From that point, when you got out of prison, have you ever said to yourself, I want to relapse, but I'm not going to? What was your biggest trigger before you had kids, before you had a wife? What was your biggest trigger and said, you know what, I can't do it. I'm going to not take this urge on?
So I will say the urges never really, they go away, but it's always a potential for me to relapse. And out of prison, I did relapse out of prison. And I did go to a couple programs before I got sober. So my sobriety date is June 16th of 2018. So I have about a little over 7.5 years clean.
Okay, so
out of prison.
So in 2018, you relapsed. Now you're like, you know what, I really need to. What was your biggest motivation or motivational tool that got you through it?
It's a good question. Biggest motivational tool at the time, my ex-wife, now ex-wife, was pregnant with my son Beckham.
Okay.
And my brother's also an addict.
Okay.
Okay. And my mom has custody of his son. And I have seen what that does. And that's why it's my reason. I'm very close with my brother. And I never wanted Beckham and or any of my kids to see me like that.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, damn. Oh, darn. My bad. Okay, so that was your biggest motivational tool. Then is, I don't want to go through the same stuff I had to see my brother go through,
Yeah.
especially with your kids. Okay. Now, as far as New Life Recovery, do you guys have therapists there on staff that, say, for instance, a patient in the middle of the night wanted to relapse and they run away? How do you solve those situations? Is there somebody that says, we got you?
We got a team, man.
Yeah?
We got a team, yeah. From the clinical side, we have a few therapists on deck. We have counselors, case managers, program director, nurses, overseeing like we got a team.
Okay.
So obviously, working in this industry, it's can be chaotic because we're working with people who have co-occurring mental health with addiction. So I will say it keeps you on your toes for sure. But we have a great team, honestly, and we can work through those challenges as they come.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, we're going to end it with this. New Life Recovery is based here in Fresno, California, in downtown. Ben, an email, a phone number, something that they can reach you or New Life.
So New Life Recovery is, you can find it, it's a website.
Okay.
So it's newlife-recovery.com.
Okay. There you go.
And that'll have all the info right there.
Okay, and
we
where can
also have an Instagram.
Okay,
at
go
New
for it.
Life Recovery Fresno.
All right.
So check us out.
Okay, and then Ben, what's your social media?
So my social media is bmilam07.
Okay.
And let me get all my handles.
Go ahead. Get them out the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, our number is 559-717-LIFE.
Okay, I love that.
Wow.
559-717-LIFE. That has been over here at Fort Washington, or that has been over here at Get Fit in 30.
He is at Fort Washington.
And at Fort Washington.
He's at Fort Washington
He
too.
is.
And I do real estate.
Yes,
Oh
he
my
does real estate
God.
too. Hey, he's a
Wow.
one-stop shop.
Give Paul at Apex Broker a shout out.
I will. There we go. That's Ben again, and we're here at Get Fit in 30 on KC24 and CBS 47 Plus. Can't wait to see you again. Bye.